K-pop Demon Hunters ended with more questions than answers. However, new leaks suggest that the sequel will delve deeper into Roomie's past, her hidden demons, and the truth behind her family's legacy. And here's where it gets even stranger. The heart of K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't just about flashy choreography or supernatural fights. It was about a girl torn between two worlds. Roomie, the rising K-pop star and fierce demon hunter, carried a secret that could destroy everything she loved. She's half demon. That truth didn't come out gently. It exploded, exposed by her enemies in front of her closest friends. The same people who once stood by her now looked at her like she was the monster they'd sworn to fight. You could feel that sting, betrayal mixed with shame, like the air got ripped out of the room. She wasn't just battling demons anymore, she was fighting herself. Every glance, every whisper, every moment on stage felt like a test. Should she hide what she is, or own it? That's where the beauty and tragedy of her story meet. Roomie's not evil, but her powers, those glowing markings and that haunting energy, remind everyone, including her, of what she's running from. Her struggle isn't just survival, it's self-acceptance in a world built to reject her. So, what would you do if your biggest secret could destroy your entire life? But wait, this is where the story hits a nerve. Selene isn't just some mentor figure hovering in the background. She's the emotional backbone of Roomie's pain. Once a legendary demon hunter, Selene fought side by side with Roomie's mother as part of the Sunlight Sisters, a group so famous that fans treated them like mythical heroes. But behind all that glory was a secret, and Selene's been carrying it for years. When Roomie's mother died, Selene faced a brutal choice: follow her hunter's duty and destroy a child born with demon blood, or raise that child as her own. She chose love, but with conditions. She made Roomie hide her markings, cover up her truth, and pretend her powers didn't exist. It wasn't protection, it was shame disguised as safety, and that shame grew like poison between them. Fans can't shake the feeling that Selene's hiding something darker. Some even believe she's the one who killed Roomie's parents, maybe out of fear, maybe by accident, maybe as part of a mission gone wrong. Either way, that guilt hangs over her like a curse. You can see it in her eyes every time she looks at Roomie, the weight of a secret she can't say out loud. If these leaks are true, the sequel might finally force Selene to confront her past and the daughter she both saved and scarred. What truth do you think Selene's been running from all this time? And this is when the sorrow turns. Meera is one of the most damaged characters in the entire narrative, loud, violent, and impossible to ignore. Beneath the sparkle and crisp edges is a youngster who was raised to believe she wasn't good enough. Born into a rigid, rich family that valued looks over love, Meera was regarded as the problem child. Too loud, too reckless, too distinct. Eventually, they completely isolated her. Thus, she created herself from the devastation, transforming her anguish into pop songs and her defiance into rhythm. Fame developed her protective shell. Fame, on the other hand, does not hug you. And no matter how many people call her name, the feeling of not being desired still echoes inside her. She jokes too hard. Her eyes flicker after a fight. She withdraws when someone gets too close. We observe it. Gimma, the cunning demon, hungers on just that. He turns her sadness into skepticism, whispering that she would never really belong. In the sequel, the first film suggested it, that manipulation may explode. Because she fears they will abandon her first, not because she doesn't care. Meera could begin pushing everyone away. And seriously, who wouldn't? Love begins to seem like a threat when your whole existence has been rejected. Do you believe Meera's strong enough to battle her own demons before they devour her once more? Just when you think the group's drama couldn't cut deeper, Zoe's story quietly steals the spotlight. She's not haunted by demons on the outside, but by the ones inside her head. Growing up between two cultures, Korean roots and an American upbringing, she was always caught in between, never quite fitting in either world. She learned to survive by being perfect, always smiling, always agreeable, always the one to fix things before anyone got upset. But such perfection comes at a price. You see it in those tiny cracks, the nervous laughter, the frantic scrambling for lyrics, the way she sweats through pressure like the world's watching. She's a people pleaser to the bone, terrified of letting anyone down. In K-pop Demon Hunters 2, that mask might finally break. The leaks hint at Zoe facing her biggest fear yet, burnout. Imagine the group relying on her lyrics, her voice, her drive, and suddenly, Nothing writer's block. Silence. It's not just about music anymore. It's about rediscovering who she is when she stops performing for approval. And maybe, just maybe, that's how she finds her real voice again. And now, this part blew my mind. Every great villain leaves a legacy, and Gimma might not be the end of it. The whispers say a new demon could rise in his place, or worse, someone he personally handpicks to finish what he started. Imagine a successor, hidden under Huntrix's nose. Here's where it gets wild. Instead of launching another full-scale attack, this demon could play the long game. No flashy entrances, no obvious powers, just quiet infiltration. Maybe a producer, manager, or another idol in the K-pop world. Someone charming, trusted, impossible to suspect. They wouldn't need to fight Huntrix head-on, just blend in, manipulate the industry from the inside, and strike when no one's watching. It makes sense, too. Roomie went years without her own friends knowing she was half demon. So who's to say another demon couldn't pull the same trick? The first film already teased how easily demons can hide in plain sight. From watering plants with coffee to mimicking human habits, the signs were always there. And here's the real twist. What if this successor isn't just close to Huntrix, but emotionally connected to them? A friend, a fan, a lover, someone who betrays them from within when it matters most. Just when it feels like every secret's been dragged into the light, one name still echoes in silence: Roomie's father. We've seen the proof in her markings, in the raw energy coursing through her veins, but not once has anyone said his name. Selene never talks about him, not even when Roomie demands the truth. That silence feels louder than any confession. Some fans think it's simple. Selene killed him. Maybe she saw him as a threat, a demon manipulating her best friend, and struck first without realizing the truth. But others believe he's alive, hiding deep within Gimma's realm, resisting the demon lord's control. Maybe he's been watching from the shadows all this time, waiting for the right moment to step in. If he returns in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, it could go one of two ways. He might be the hero Roomie's always needed, stepping out of the dark to protect the daughter he never got to raise. Or worse, he might come back as something else entirely. Changed, corrupted, a pawn of the very evil he tried to escape. Imagine that scene. Father and daughter face to face, love and hate colliding in one heartbeat. Either way, his return could shatter everything Roomie thought she knew about her family and herself. And just when it seems the team's bond is beyond repair, there's still hope for Huntrix. Roomie, Meera, and Zoe, three girls bound by music, magic, and heartbreak, might finally find their way back to each other. But it won't be easy. Meera has to let people love her without fear. Zoe must learn that imperfection doesn't mean failure. And Roomie, she has to stop fighting who she is, only by accepting her powers, both human and demon. Can she lead them again? The leaks tease a moment of reunion, not with glitter or fame, but raw honesty. No stage lights, no makeup, just truth, the kind that burns before it heals. Can Huntrix rebuild what was broken? Can forgiveness outshine fear? If they do, their comeback won't just save the Ham Moon, it could save each other. Would you stand by them if their demons were your own? K-pop Demon Hunters 2 looks set to dive even deeper into themes of identity, guilt, redemption, and friendship. It's no longer just about saving the world, it's about saving themselves. The balance between pop stardom and demon slaying will test their loyalties like never before. Expect haunting family revelations, a chilling new demon threat, and the rekindling of broken team bonds. Fans are hyped not only for the explosive action, but for the emotional storytelling that made the first film unforgettable. The sequel might just become the most powerful chapter in Huntrix's journey yet. K-pop Demon Hunters 2 could redefine what it means to face your inner demons, literally. With dark secrets, emotional twists, and unexpected returns, the sequel promises to be bigger and bolder than ever. What truth do you think Roomie's hiding next? Drop your theories in the comments below.